who have radar, which is cool.
I saw that. I gotta tell Art we're gonna put that at ours.
I think Team Maryland actually put a radar system, so they have spin rate and stuff. I thought they were posting that on their Twitter, but I would know what to do with that information. It's a scout thing, but that's the neat technology.
Yeah. Now, do they have a graphics that come up and say what high school they're from or not?
Whatever I have, they'll usually put up. But we'll repeat it anyway just because we don't have a lot of info. These are all Connecticut schools. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
From Schatz Memorial Stadium in Dunmore, Pennsylvania, welcome to coverage of the Baseball UPA College Coaches Open. Hi again, everybody. Mika Peterson, rather. Lefty versus lefty as we are underway. The first pitch is low and outside for a ball 1-0. Beautiful day for baseball. It's going to warm up, but right now we're looking at the high 70s.
I would take 70s all day, Tom.
So here comes the 1-0, and that's high for a ball 2-0 to Mika Peterson out of West Hill High School, 5'9" lefty. And this showcase featuring the best uncommitted talent. This is swung on and fouled back. 2-1. Gilbert agrees on the sign, full windup, and the 2-1. Breaking ball's on the outside corner for a strike, and it's 2-2. Corners look like they're a little bit in, up the middle, fairly deep. So here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swan fouled back, and he stays alive. So here comes another 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball stays high. We'll go through them as we need to. So here comes the 3-2. Swung on, foul. Gilbert being made to work. Yet another 3-2 pitch. Breaking ball is on the outside corner, and he struck him out. First pitch, a fastball low and inside. Out of Greens Farms. That's low and inside as well. 2 balls, no strikes. Down the left field line and into center. So here comes the 2-0 and the dirt. And it goes to 3-0. Again, multi-use field.
Not launch angle. I hate that word, but I'll think home runs.
Here comes a 3-0. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Hook. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled off. Around the facility. So here comes the 3-2. Breaking balls on the inside corner, and he. So here comes the first pitch. It's inside for a ball.
The one thing I won't get used to all day.
In today, it's actually batter's choice. As
Oh,
here
I'm
comes
excited.
the pitch. That's outside, gets away from the Castelluccio. Pitch on its way. At the knees for a strike. Waiting for someone to put it into play after 2 straight strikeouts. As here comes the 2-1. Waved at and missed. He chased one outside. So here comes the 2-2 from Gilbert. Swung on and missed, and he struck him out. Inning. It's Connecticut nothing. Team Guy coming to bat. We'll be back in just a moment.
Okay. Bad for a 16, 17-year-old.
Of course, it wouldn't be me starting to keep scores if I start writing stuff in. I start here and forget to skip over. It always happens.
Out of Hopkins High School, who pitched the first couple of innings. Righty at 5'9", wearing number 78. No score after Scott Gilbert struck out the side, a couple looking and one swinging. So let's see what Spinner can do to match. Scouts in the house, scouts online watching, and first pitch on its way is swung. Heading to second is Cesarini. He rounds second. He'll try to go to third. The relay throw on its way, and it is not in time. And here comes Jake Millen out of North Pocono High School, 6'1", 195, left-handed hitter. First pitch on its way. Outside and Sweeney, who's dancing at third. Here comes the 1-0. Outside for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. Spinner sets at the stomach, and that is at the knees for a strike. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Poke it. But again, a beautiful day. It's supposed to go up to a low 90s, probably 91 at best. So here's the 2-1. In the dirt. Off the catcher, coming in from Cesarini. Throw to the plate is not in time. Throw to Spinner covering. It's just a little bit wide. Couldn't quite get the tag down. So now a 3-1 count, nobody on. And that is low for a ball 4. Now the fastballs.
You're going to have to remind me about this all day.
Same here. Swung on and foul back, so it's now 0-2. I mean, we could call it 4-2, but there's no mark on the scoreboard for that.
I'm going to go with that.
So it's 8 balls for a walk.
You would like that, 8 balls for a walk?
So here comes the 0-2. Swung on, it's a fly ball. And they're local. So here comes the pitch. Ooh, headhunter curveball. It goes outside. Not too bad. So here comes the 1-0. Swung on and missed. 71-mile-an-hour pitch on the inside corner.
That's a drive.
So here comes the 1-1. Swung on. Turf. You get some different skips. You may, when you slide, you may hydroplane past the bag, so you got to be careful. So here's Wyatt Pfeiffer. First pitch to him is on the outside corner for a strike, and hitter hitting from the left side against the righty Spinner. By the way, there's a 5-batter maximum in every half inning, so this is batter 4. As Spinner steps in 2 hours. Usually still good enough to get 7 innings in. As here comes the pitch. The runner goes. That is outside for a ball. Throw to second is... One ball, 1 strike here to Wyatt Pfeiffer. 6'1", 165. And outside and low, 2 balls and 1 strike. Things. And again, we'll try to keep up with those substitutions as well. So here's the 2-1. Swung on hard. and the RBI as well. I'm not sure if the bobble had a lot to do with it. Here's the final batter of the inning. It's Spencer. Pitches in for a strike. Throw to second. Goes into center field. So now with nobody on, again, final batter, so the number of outs don't matter. Yeah, that'll be spiked into the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. So the only way Spencer's going to be able to score is if he rounds the bases. But again, result of the game, not the biggest deal in the world. It's all about getting reps, getting noticed. That is on. As 3 runs have come in. The 1-2 swung on, bounced foul on the left side. Again, playing the bottom of the first inning, 3-0 lead for Team Guy. And here comes the pitch. Swung on, little dribble.
Heifert committed. Oh, really? I think so. I thought I read that somewhere. Gilbert?
No.
Heading now, top of the second inning, 3-0 Team Guy. Scott Gilbert set to go for his second inning of work. Certainly wasn't easy, but he did strike out the side. A couple of deep counts in there. Showed off a great curveball. Lefty. Full windup employed by Gilbert as he agrees on the side. And here's the first pitch. High for a ball. That might have been an intended curve. Kind of slipped out of the hand. Northwestern Regional High School. And is at the knees for. Here comes the 1-1. Breaking ball. That pours in, but just a bit low. 2 balls and 1 strike. Cannellini not playing the field yet, but he'll probably catch towards the later part of the game. That's a fastball just a bit low. 3 balls and 1 strike. Full windup again, and here comes the pitch. Breaking ball, and that is in the dirt. 3 balls and 1 strike. So we are proud to
Thank you very much. Kids came out ready to swing. Four range, touching 85, 86. Left-hand pitcher, 3.8 GPA, Abington Heights High School, 6'1", 200, 205. Has the best pickoff move in Lackawanna and Luzerne counties combined.
those lefties always have those sneaky
Oh, yeah.
Andy Pettit-like moves.
Yep.
Speaking of, Virginia.
Yep, he's really excited. That was one of his top schools coming into it, and just a perfect fit down there for him.
Well, that's part of the challenge. Again, you want to get these guys committed, but it's not just, okay, we're committing them just to pump up our numbers. No, you want to get them to the right school.
And a credit to our guys is that they do. You know, the more feedback and the more research you do, the better your fit's going to be. So it's definitely a process, and but Wyatt did it the right way, and a lot. Been very complimentary to us, and ooh,
Oh, yeah. So you saw McLean just kind of lean one way and go the other.
yeah. But Shouts has been great, and all the teams. Thank you to all the baseball U teams that came out this week. It's really nice that we have a organization, and it's a family feel. Everybody's in it for the kids, and from Coach Pat Vigilio with Connecticut. If we have guys who are looking up there, we just had a kid commit to UConn yesterday. Who's
that's
on
great.
The state college team, Maddox Delana. And Coach Vigilio was very helpful with that. And then we have guys, from Connecticut that are interested in PA schools. And we have Coach Wells in New Jersey, Coach Restar in Maryland, Coach Gall in New York, Coach Fiore in North New Jersey. So it really is a nice program to be part of because you have so many connections, and we kind of all run things the same way. It's about baseball, it's about kids, it's about family development, and you guys have been doing a couple of our events now, so you don't see the arguing or the rioting in the stands or anything like that. Everybody's just here to play baseball for the kids and just have a good time while they're playing.
That's 3 outs on the play, but we're going to keep my guy here just for a couple more seconds. I know he's got to do his coaching thing, but talking quickly about all of those separate yet equal organizations throughout. That creates a fantastic network. I mean, even if a kid moves from Connecticut to PA, it's like, hey, can you bring on
Right.
this guy. He's a great guy.
Yep.
And it certainly, as you mentioned before, helps with, again, getting a Pennsylvania guy to a Connecticut school and vice versa. Now, is there any talk about or thought about maybe expanding? I know you guys are big in the Northeast,
Yeah.
but is that
Yep.
nationwide here?
Possibly. We just had
That'd be
one of
cool
our
to see.
coaches move to Germany. You might have a Baseball U Germany and go worldwide.
Okay.
Now leading off for Dusseldorf. All right. That's cool, though.
But yeah, we've expanded the last 2 years in Pennsylvania. We have the Philadelphia location, the State College, the Anthracite location. Just makes it a little bit easier for commutes because we all have the mandatory practice rule inside of Pennsylvania. So instead of kids driving from State College to Scranton to practice, they can practice in their own backyard and still get the same benefits of being part of Baseball U. And funny story last night, my head coach at my community college, Ron Palmer, he's one of my role models and mentors for life. He lives over in Connecticut. He's the athletic director at Post University in Connecticut, and he texted me and says, "Hey, my son Owen, 13 years old, heard good things about Baseball U. Can you get me in touch?" And so him and Baseball U Connecticut, because it makes the most sense, and that's just one phone call, one line of communication.
We head down to the bottom of the second inning, and this is roped by Zane Januszewski to center field, but Carlucci gets underneath it. Busy young man out there in center field, but this time able to make the catch. It's one away here. Bottom of the second. 3-0 lead for Team Guy, and we are still chatting with Coach Mike Guy, and we certainly appreciate his input on the broadcasting and learning a lot about what Baseball U offers. Now, when you get committed to college, you can still play with Baseball U because you guys now have a summer collegiate league.
Yes, we do. We just started this year with a lot of the college leagues shutting down due to the pandemic. We tried starting something up, and thankfully we went into a green county in Pennsylvania and were able to play baseball while still social distancing. And we have 6 teams in the league. We have 148 players in the league, and all the coaches are college coaches. And we also have some local high school coaches that are helping out as well. And it's been really good. We have kids basically within a 3-hour radius. Tuesday, they play 3-game series, Tuesdays and Saturdays. Tuesday's the 9-inning single game, and then Saturday they play a doubleheader, and it's been great. We've had anywhere from 20 to 30 scouts, coming up to watch the kids, and kids get an 18-game schedule with playoffs, and our All-Star game Wednesday, August 5th.
Tough play by Davino. They're able to make it, and it's now 2 away.
And it's been very, very well received, especially by Connor Foley of the Scranton Times here, WNEP, WBRE, Fox 56, all the local media, and knock on wood, we have not had any complaints yet, and we're, I think, at game number 14 on the schedule. So
is that something you would think to continue next year when we all hope that this pandemic is over?
yes, absolutely.
That's great.
And I think some of these guys in this dugout over here, in our third base dugout and possibly our first base dugout, if they're willing to make the commute from Connecticut, will be playing in this league. So helps our high school age kids as like a feeder system into a collegiate league.
How excited were the kids to get back on the field
It-
when the first started? Because I know my guys, we had a practice, and I've never seen former minor leaguers start doing backflips because they
Right.
could go practice. I've never seen it before.
It was like Christmas morning.
Yeah.
Everybody's been hyped up, and big credit to Mike Bartoletti, Jamie Shevchek, Pete Egbert as well, the University of Scranton, Keystone, and Misericordia coaches respectively. They've been doing a lot of behind-the-scenes work to, get the umpires, get the field reserved, get the game balls, all the little things that you don't think about, uniform orders. And they really wanted to put this together, and I couldn't have asked for better guys to work with, as well as the local high school coaches who Coach Gary Custer from Tunkhannock, Brian Jardine from North Pocono, Sean Hughes from Riverside. They've just been fantastic, and the kids, I'm checking in with the coaches all the time, and they're saying that everybody's having a great time. It's so great to be on a field, but the competition is really, really good.
Well, that's fantastic to hear. Again, that's Coach Mike Guy. Thanks so much for joining us, and thanks for the great hospitality here.
Yes, thank you guys for everything you do.
Thanks. We'll take a quick break. Back with the top of the third in just a moment. Welcome back. Top of the third inning. Team Guy leading 3-0. Matt Spinner settled down nicely on the mound for Connecticut Black. After struggling a bit in the first, goes 1-2-3 in the second. Scott Gilbert pitching so well, they're giving him an extra inning. He was not scheduled to pitch the third, but maybe just not enough pitches.
Yeah, he's only in about 25 pitches. He's just sailing along. Hopefully we didn't jinx him with that comment.
So here's the first pitch to Jackson Tavel. Fastball's in there for a strike, nothing in one. Yeah, just one base runner off of Gilbert, and that was due to an error. He's got 4 strikeouts right now. Tavel at the plate out of Edgemont, and here's the pitch. On the inside corner for a strike. It's nothing in 2. It'll be Tavel, Carlucci, and Staltzer. 8, 9, and 10 in the order. Yes, that sounds weird. Pitch, swung on, fouled off down the right field line, but it'll slice out of play. And it stays at nothing in 2. Connecticut Black going with a 10-man lineup, while Team Guy going with 11. Yeah, Connecticut Black did eventually have 11, but a late scratch. Here's the pitch. High for a ball, 1-2. That scratch, by the way, is Philip Nora, who actually was catching, but due to a minor injury, electing not to hit. So here comes the 1-2 pitch. High for a ball. That slips out of his hand. Right away, Gilbert looks right down at his fingers going, that's not what I wanted. 68-foot flat curveball. Well, if you're going to miss that curveball, that hanger, you want to miss it head high.
I mean, the two things I've noticed so far, one, I love his breaking ball, and 2, like I said, it's consistency.
Here comes Coach Guy. He may have reached his pitching limit there, but I can't see the bullpen, so I'm not
Do
sure.
they all have the same limit, or no?
I think it's coach limited. Yeah. I mean, each guy's pretty much scheduled to go 1 or 2 innings. But I guess in his case, they wanted him to, maybe because he was pitching so well, they wanted him to keep on going.
Exactly.
Scouts in the house from a number of schools. Or maybe just wanted to see him. As here comes the 1-2. Breaking ball, just missed outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2, rather. Thanks to home plate umpire Jim Forsetti. So here's the payoff. On the inside corner, and he struck him out. Strikeout number 5 for Gilbert, and it's 1 away. That's the 4th guy he's gotten caught looking. Gives you an idea of how vicious that hook is.
It's beautiful.
Again, a lot of these players haven't seen curveballs for more than maybe 2 or 3 years. So here's the first pitch to Nick Carlucci. That drifts outside and goes to 1-0. Carlucci out of New Milford High School, 5'9", right-handed hitter as you see. So here comes the 1-0 pitch. On the inside corner with the fastball. Carlucci agrees. A little bit of a nod after that got by him.
You don't see that often, where you just turn around and agree with the umpire.
I think it was more of a tip of the cap going, yep, you got me. 1-1. So here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed. Basically same location, but maybe added some NPHs on that one. That was coming in at 80. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here to Carlucci. Full windup employed by Gilbert, and the pitch. On the inside corner, and he struck him out. 6 strikeouts in the game for Gilbert. That's 2 in the innings. 5 of the strikeouts looking.
Now, that last one was a gorgeous pitch. I thought it was slightly out of the strike zone, but, again, when you're that consistent, you're going to get the close pitch.
So here comes Philip Staltzer. First pitch to him is in for a strike. Actually, it's Matt Spinner. He was not originally going to hit, but maybe with the scratching of Nora, get him an AB. So this is Matt Spinner, who spent 2 innings on the mound. The 1-1. Breaking ball in the dirt. Nice block. Swung on and missed. It's 1-2. And we'll say nice comeback by Spinner in his second inning of pitching work.
Yes.
After giving up 3 runs and 3 hits. So here comes the 1-2. Breaking ball low and inside. I will say just one of the runs should be earned. So that's something good if he's worried about his ERA.
Because we found that it was an error prior, wasn't an RBI.
So here comes the 2-2. On the outside corner, and he struck him out for the second inning. Scott Gilbert strikes out the side. He finishes 3 innings, 7 strikeouts. After 2.5, it's 3-0. Team Guy back in a moment. We head down to the bottom of the third inning. Team Guy with a 3-0 lead. It'll be Rocco Valvano to start off the inning. First pitch is on its way. Swung on. It's a high pop-up right side of the infield. Everybody converging, and the catch is made by Oppenheimer. So you don't see it very often, but the F1. That is Alex Oppenheimer on the mound for Connecticut Black. Trade made overnight with Team Orange. Well, I was told by the coaching staff for Team Black that some injuries yesterday. So here's the first pitch to Kovalchik. This is inside. Nice breaking ball. Cracked off by Oppenheimer. It's 1-0. Kovalchik, the 10th man to hit in the game. They'll go with 11 as Luke Myers is on deck.
Good, I'm running out of room.
That is off his leg, and it goes to 1-1. Now, I have the standard 9 slots, so I got to be creative. You have the 11?
I have my normal scorebook I use. Get me back in the swing of things.
The 1-1. Had a little bit low. Final totals for Matt Spinner, the starter for Connecticut Black. 2 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs, 1 earned, no walks, 1 strikeout, and 1 reset. Here comes the 1-2. Laces that over to a short. Nice backhand play by Davino. Gets up, fires to first, and it is in time.
That was a gorgeous play.
Beautiful play by Davino. Brett Davino.
Has got an arm.
Flashing the weather. Put a circle around that one. The 6-3 put out. It's 2 away. Well, 2 outs, nobody on. Here comes Myers. Luke Myers. Greater Nanticoke Area High School. First pitch to him.
I've seen all these high schools. I'm getting a kind of geography lesson here today.
Yeah, us being from the Philadelphia area. So here comes the 1-0. In there for a strike. It's 1-1. Righty-righty matchup. 1-1 pitch on its way. In the dirt. Dug out well by the catcher, Luxick. Correction, I believe that's still Nora behind the plate. Have to check on that. So that is swung and fouled back. And everything is very fluid as far as defensive setups. Everyone wants to get their reps in every one of the positions that they play. So if we goof a defensive play, we apologize. Here comes the pitch. Grounder over toward the right side. Picked up by the second baseman. Throw to first is just in time. 4-3 put out, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. After 3, it's 3-0 Team Guy. We'll be back in just a moment. We head down to the top of the 4th inning. New pitcher on the mound for Team Guy. That'll be Todd Kolbicki. And he'll take on Philip Staltzer, Mika Peterson, and Tristan Jones, 11-1-2. First pitch on its way. On the inside corner for a strike. And it is 0-1. Scott Gilbert started the game and was fantastic for Team Guy. 3 innings, no hits, no runs, no walks, and 7 strikeouts. So here comes the 0-1 pitch. Swung on, foul back. And it's 0-2. Philip Staltzer is another one who was traded from Team Orange. And some injuries to Team Black. He might even play the next game as well. So here comes the pitch. Outside for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Staltzer. The goal was essentially to get every batter at least 2 plate appearances. Here's the 1-2 pitch. A little high for the ball.
Sorry, I did it again. You got to turn your mic on, Rob. You know what the best part about this at bat is? It's the first time I've seen a wood bat today.
Nothing like the crack of the bat. Nothing against the ping of the composite. But here's the pitch in the dirt.
I mean, I understand it. It's cheaper to use metal bats. I understand it. But when you have a kid go from metal to wood and they see the difference, if you can hit with wood, you're good.
You can hit.
Yeah.
The sweet spot is so much smaller. Yeah. So here comes the pitch. That's low for a ball. And we'll get a first reset for Kolbicki. So it's now 0-2.
That's going to mess me up every time.
And it's all about fastballs now. Fastball at the knees, and he struck him out. First strikeout by Kolbicki. That's 8 in the game by Team Guy pitchers. So let's see. We should go to the top of the order. Again, Yep, it is the top of the order. And sometimes you can bat out of order if, say, your guy's about to come in and pitch. So we always keep an eye on such things at these showcases. So here's Mika Peterson. First pitch is low and outside for a ball. Eight strikeouts now for the pitching staffs. Oof. This is a bouncer over to the right side. Charging is Spence. Throwing over to first is in time. And it's 2 away. So Peterson, who struck out in the first inning, able to get some contact this time around. But it's 2 outs, nobody on. And here comes Tristan Jones, who struck out looking in the first. He's 0 for 1.
I am impressed with the fielders when you're playing on turf, how much faster the ball moves. Like I said, you had the bounces, and it moves that much faster when it's, if it takes a hopper.
Here comes the first pitch to him. Breaking ball drifts outside for a ball. Righty-righty matchup. Jones out of Greens Farms as here's the 1-0. Swung on, foul tip at the plate. A little frustration there from the catcher. Wanted to close that one. I think that is still Luxick behind the plate.
31.
Nope, it's Valvano. They made a switch for us. So here comes the 1-1 pitch. A little high for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. And playing top 4 of a scheduled 7 or 2-hour time limit. Nowhere near that, though. Here comes the 2-1. On the outside corner for a strike. Now 2-2. Deuces wild on the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. 3-0 lead, though, for Team Guy. Pitch from Carlucci. Just missed, and it goes to 3-2. And Carlucci does have 1 reset. Doesn't want another one. Again, coaches and scouts know it's an actual walk. And that's exactly what we have. Another reset, so it goes to 0-2. But now it's all fastballs from Carlucci. And the pitch on its way. Swung on, fly ball out to right field. A couple steps back for Januszewski. Still drifting. Reaches up and makes the catch. And that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We're through 3.5, 3-0. Team Guy. We'll be back in just a moment. Head down to the bottom of the 4th inning. It is a 3-0 Team Guy lead. We'll head to the top of their order. Ryan Cesarini, Jake Miller, and J.D. Greeley due up against Alex Oppenheimer, who's in his 2nd inning of work. First pitch on its way to Cesarini. Fastball in for a strike. It's 0-1. Cesarini 1 for 1. Tripled to deep center field in the 1st inning. Ended up scoring on a wild pitch. So here comes the 0-1. At the knees for a strike, 0-2. Alex Oppenheimer is in his 2nd inning of work, and we actually might have a different hitter at the plate. That is low for a ball.
2.
We do. It's not Cesarini. Apologize for that. It's Scott Gilbert, who was not expected to hit. Pitch to him is swung on, popped up out of play. So Scott Gilbert out of Abington Heights. Fantastic 3 innings on the mound. See what he can do at the plate, but he's dealing with an 0-2. That drifts outside for a ball. Again, as we mentioned, things are fluid. Things can change, and we're trying to keep up. The 1-2. Swung on, fouled straight back. Just got a chunk of that one. Yeah, it's a case of, okay, we got notice on the mound. Let's see if we get notice for his bat. Right? Might be playing some first base a little bit later on as well. So here comes the 1-2. Swung on, bouncer towards first. Race to the bag. Good job by the pitcher covering the 3-1 putout. And it's one away. Now it's Ryan Cesarini out of Valley View High School. And as mentioned before, he's 1 for 1. Tripled and scored in the first inning. 5'11", 195. So here comes the first pitch to him. Outside. Oh, on the outside corner called. Good movement on the breaking ball, but our angle back behind home plate may not be optimal, as it is for the umpire. We're a little bit offset from him. High for a ball. 1 strike.
I think he did say we can criticize if we want before we started this thing. I think I heard that.
We are actually very much within earshot of the home plate umpire. Yeah. So here comes the 1-1. Check swing, went too far, and it's 1 strikes. Jeff Forsetti, great sense of humor with us early on, along with Dave Hart, who's working the bases. Again, it's a tough day. A little bit of shade for him right now, but again, it's going to go up to the 90s, and he's planning on working all 4 games behind the plate. That's a fastball. It's on the outside corner, and he struck him out. So Cesarini now 1 for 2. First K by Oppenheimer. 2 outs, nobody on for Jake Millen. Millen 0 for 1. He flew out to center in the first inning. Breaking ball, that cracked in there for a strike, and that's 0-1. Millen out of North Pocono High School, 6'1", 195. And for the 17U, for the Scranton team, this is all 17Us. Fastball swung on, bouncer foul on the right side. So not quite fully in their adult body. So you see guys who are 6'1", 195. Yeah. He's going to maybe not grow inches, but he can certainly add some muscle. Some of the 16U guys we got for Connecticut, if you got a 6'2", 195 guy there, he's certainly going to grow a bit.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Fastball high and outside. 1-2 here to Jake Millen. 3-0 lead for Team Guy. Pitch on its way. Swung on that. It's belted down the right field line, but it'll hook foul.
Now, do we know if are the catchers calling pitchers or the coaches calling pitchers? Do we know that?
No, I'm not exactly sure. I haven't noticed it being obvious as the coach is looking over or catchers looking over to get the calls. That's something to keep an eye on as we move out throughout the day. This is just game 1 of 4.
We're here for the duration, as they say, Tom.
As here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, just got a chunk of that one. Stays alive. Thankfully, the fine folks here at Schatz Memorial Stadium put us in a nice spot with some shade.
Easy drive for me. Just get on a turnpike and go straight.
That's it.
That's all I got to do.
Nice and easy from the Philadelphia areas. Here's another 1-2. Swung on and missed, and he struck him out. High fastball from Alex Oppenheimer. 2 strikeouts in the inning. That'll retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left after 4. 3-0 Team Guy. We'll be back in just a moment. Moving on now to the top of the 5th inning. 3 runs, 3 hits, 1 error, and no men left for Team Guy. For Connecticut Black, no runs, no hits, 2 errors, and they've left 1 man on base. So here comes the first pitch to Brett Davino. Little chopper towards the first base side. And he'll just spin foul before the bag, and it's 0-1. It'll be Davino, Candellini, and Keaveney. That's 3, 4, and 5 in the Connecticut order. And just a reminder that still on the mound for his second inning of work is Todd Kolbicki. Davino, 0 for 1, struck out swinging in the first inning. So here comes the 0-1. On the outside corner for a strike, it's 0-2. Alongside Rob Valivas, I'm Tom Wilms. Thanks so much for joining us from Shout Stadium in Dunmore, Pennsylvania, just outside of Scranton. As here's the 0-2. Just missed outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Game 1 of 4. We'll go again at 11:15, 1:30, and 3:45. Different streams on the BFA Live Sports channel. So here comes the 1-2. Swung on, popped up left side, but that'll drift out of play into the trees. Not a lot of seating. Everyone doing a good job of staying away from each other, which is common in this day and age. Hopefully, temporarily. But
God
trees
willing.
all the way around, mountains all the way around. Beautiful out here.
Gorgeous. And much cooler, I might add.
Here's the 1-2. Outside for a ball, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yes, I guess us being in the Philadelphia metro area normally. Certainly a good 5 degrees cooler at least with a bit of a breeze. As here's the 2-2. Breaking ball, bounced foul. Well, Davino certainly battling after striking out swinging in the first. At Nonawag High School, Brett Davino. The 2-2. That's way outside towards the broadcast area.
Glad that fence is here.
3-2. Kolbicki's been pretty good. Again, he's had a couple of resets, which would in normal gameplay would be walks. So here comes the 3-2. Swung on and missed, and he struck him out. Second strikeout by Kolbicki, and it's 1 away. Featuring a nice 80-mile-an-hour fastball.
Except for the early going, so far pitching being the dominant factor so far. Both sides. Except for that early hiccup. But both pitchers, all the pitchers have been so far.
First pitch to Alberto Candellini. He's outside for a ball. He's 0 for 1. Reached on an error in the second inning. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. That drifts high for a ball. Out of Northwestern High School. Again, just about everybody from this Connecticut team is from about Fairfield County in Connecticut. So here comes the 2-0. Inside, and got a piece of his jersey. It hit him. That'll essentially be the same as a reset. So now, the ball's reset to 0, and it's all fastballs from Kolbicki. And again, the idea is to get Candellini and other batters swings. So that'll be the 3rd reset, although that one was a hit-by-pitch version. So it's actually a complete reset. That's swung on and fouled off the plate. So you got a piece of the catcher. And should be 0-1. That's confirmed by home plate umpire Jeff Forsetti. Righty-righty matchup. And here comes the 0-1. Swung on. It's a high fly ball to left field. Chasing back. Here's the left fielder. Camps underneath it. Makes a 2-handed catch. It's 2 away. Well, every time that Kolbicki suffers the reset, able to recover well. I mean, it's also nice to go from a 3-2 count to an 0-2 count and get strikeouts, but you know what? That's the rules, and he's playing by them. Each time he's gone to the reset, he's got a couple of strikeouts in that fly ball.
This whole reset thing is going to take a while to get used to. Every time you say it.
2 outs, nobody on for Andrew Keaveney. That's way outside for a ball, and it goes to 1-0. Keaveney's 0 for 1, as he struck out looking in the second inning. Out of Greens Farms. So here's the 1-0. Just missed outside, a little closer to the plate on that breaker. 2-0 here to Keaveney. And Team Guy yesterday with a 5-3 win. Leading this one 3-0. That's inside for a ball. Goes to 3-0. Kovalchik homered.
So since I was not here yesterday either, were you? Is it all the same teams from yesterday?
It is all the same. I believe it's all the same teams as yesterday.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Okay. I did see some local products from my area, so I'll be able to drop in a little bit more color as we get later on in the day. Then you'll tell me to stop talking.
That should be a reset. It is. So that's the fourth reset of the game for Kolbicki. And now it's a 0-0 count. That is swung on. Popped down the left field line. Left fielder chasing into foul territory. And he makes the catch. Long run, but able to make the grab, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left after 4.5. Still 3-0 Team Guy. We'll be back in just a moment. We head now to the bottom of the fifth inning. Still a 3-0 lead for Team Guy. They'll head to the plate again. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 due up. That's Greeley, Pfeiffer, and Spencer. The new pitcher on the mound is number 60, Andrew Castelluccio out of Ridgefield High School. 6'2", righty. Just by the eye test looking at him. A little lanky for a 16-year-old, but he'll grow into it. And the first pitch is low for a ball as Greeley squared and pulled back. 0-1. Greeley is at 1 for 1. They singled and scored in the first inning. Part of that 3-run inning. The only 3 runs on the board. As here's the 1-0. Swung on. That is belted into left center field. And that'll drop in for a base hit. Good job by Staltzer to race across and throw quickly to second, holding Greeley to a single. But J.D. Greeley picking up the first hit of the game for either team since the top of the first inning.
I think I jinxed it when I said the pitchers were moving along there. There I go again.
Broadcaster's jinx. It is real, especially when you're only 20 feet from home plate.
Mm-hmm.
Man on at first with nobody out. Here's Wyatt Pfeiffer. Thrown over to first and the dive back by Greeley. Pfeiffer's 1 for 1. Single to center. An RBI single to center. Stole second and scored on an error. Okay, now those 3 runs that scored in the first, only 1 was earned. First pitch on its way to Pfeiffer. That's low for a ball, and it's 1-0. As mentioned earlier when we had a nice chat with head coach Mike Guy. D1 commit to James Madison University down in Harrisonburg, Virginia. I think they're still in the Colonial Athletic Association.
You may be correct.
So here's the 1-0. Squares the bunt for third base side, but that'll
How
be foul.
about that? A bunt. That gets me a little excited.
That's showing off the skills. And again, Pfeiffer is one of the few committed players. But certainly looking forward to getting some reps before fall ball down in Virginia.
For some reason, the higher level you get, the less bunting they teach. Don't ask me why.
So here comes the throwing over to first, diving back Greeley. One thing you'll see in this showcase is a decent amount of stealing, because the catcher's arms may not quite be there. This is swung on. Oh, fouled hard to the right side. Fortunately, everyone is okay. As just standard community Little League style field with the dugouts not really being dug out, and only a little bit of a alleyway to walk through to get into the dugout. But coaches tend to sit there, and that almost took out a knee. Runner goes, swung on and missed. It goes through the catcher's legs, and it'll go to second base for the stolen base. That is a strikeout for Castelluccio, but Greeley able to steal second. First strikeout for Castelluccio. So the man in scoring position, one away, is Luke Spencer. Spencer 0 for 1, grounded out to end the first inning. By the way, final totals for Alex Oppenheimer, pitched the third and fourth. 2 innings, nothing across except for 2 strikeouts. This is swung on and lifted into left center field. That'll drop in for a base hit. Greeley rounds third. He'll head to the plate. No, he's going to hold up about a third of the way through. Great throw from left field. But it is a single for Spencer. It'll be runners on the corners with 1 away. And here is Zane Januszewski. He's 0 for 1 as he flew out to center in the second inning. Bit of trouble here for the Connecticut pitcher, Andrew Castelluccio. Pitch on its way. Runner at first takes off, pitches in, but the exchange was dropped. It'll be a stolen base for Spencer. Not sure if he would have been caught anyway.
He had a good jump.
Probably pretty much forced the drop.
That's the other thing in stealing bases. Obviously, it goes without saying you want to be fast, but you have a guy with average speed, and if you have a fantastic jump, you'd be surprised how many bases you could steal.
Here's a bounce over towards third. Diving play. Throw to first is in time. Coming in to score from third is Greeley. On to third goes Spencer. So an RBI ground out for Zane Januszewski. And it's now 4-0 team Guy. Kind of thought that the third baseman would have gotten up and thrown to the plate just because he was already drawn in. But maybe with him laying out like that, realized that he had little chance.
Well, I was going to say, he looked off home plate, realized there wasn't a play, and then made the smart play to first.
So 2 outs, man on at third. First pitch to Zach Luxick is in for a strike. It's 0-1. Luxick 0 for 1, grounded to short in the second inning. Pitch on its way. Swung on and missed. Big cut there. It's 0-2. Gets away from the catcher, but not far enough for an advance. So 0-2 here to Luxick. From the stretch, the pitch is low and outside. By the way, this is batter number 5 of the inning, so no matter what, this is the final batter of the inning with the unique showcase rules. Pitch on its way. Swung on and missed, and he struck him out. Second strikeout by Castelluccio, and that one will retire the side. But 1 run comes in on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left. After 5, it's Team Guy 4, and Connecticut Black 0. We head now to the top of the 6th inning, and the story of this game with the 4-0 lead for Team Guy has been their pitching staff. Scott Gilbert, Todd Kolbicki, combining for 5 innings, 9 strikeouts. And now it'll be up to Jake Millen to continue that as Team Connecticut Black still looking for their first hit of the game. And we're scheduled to go 7, but we might get to the... I don't think we're going to get to the time. First pitch on its way. He's in for a strike to Tyler McLean. Alongside Rob Believus, Tom Wilms here. Thanks so much for tuning in. As the pitch to McLean is swung on and fouled back. And that's quickly 0-2. McLean 0 for 1, reached on a fielder's choice in the 2nd inning. A beautiful defensive play by Gilbert. So here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, grounder up the middle, off the leg of the pitcher. This could be trouble. Over towards first. The relay to the second baseman not in time,
Close,
and
though.
there goes the no-hitter.
It was close.
That would have been a 1-3-4 putout. But instead, it's a single off the ankle of Jake Millen. Looks like he's all right. Umpire doing a good job. Say, hey, you want to throw one, make sure you're all good to go at your landing spot.
But I do like how they stayed with the play even after that happened.
And it was a nice kick save, but again, it just hopped high in the air. Millen charged it well. Actually, the first baseman charged it. Millen was the first baseman earlier. And second baseman over to cover. Again, just about a step and a half to maybe 2 steps a little late. So, man on at first. First base runner since the 2nd inning for Team Connecticut Black. As here comes Kevin Catragata. Catragata 0 for 1, flew out to left in the 2nd. First pitch, swung on, spinner towards first. Stepping on the back as the first baseman. Throw to 2nd, tag applied. Beautiful 2-3-6 double play. And it's 2 away. So that clears the bases with 2 outs, and here comes Jackson Tavel. First pitch to him. Waved at, got a chunk of it, but fouls it off, and it's 0-1. That's not something you write in the scorebook too often, 2-3-6.
There's a lot of things I don't write quite often so far today in the scorebook. The reset.
That's very unique to these showcases.
I learned something new today, Tom.
So here comes the 0-2 pitch. That misses high. Maybe a little outside as well with Tavel, and it's a 1-2. Tavel 0 for 1, struck out looking in the 3rd inning.
Our finer scrimmage next Sunday, I might throw in the reset just to mess with the guys.
That is in the dirt. By the way, Rob Believus, the general manager of the Norgwin Packers of the Perkiomen Valley Twilight League.
We're finally going to play after a month of waiting.
2-2.
2 months.
Swung on and
Got him.
missed. He struck him out. First strikeout by Millen, and that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left after 5.5. 4-0 Team Guy. We'll be back in just a moment. Heading now to the bottom of the sixth inning. First pitch due in to Todd Kolbica. Swung on and popped up down the right side, but it'll go out of play. It'll be 8, 9, and 10 due up for Team Guy. Again, bottom of the sixth inning. Kolbica, Valvano, and Kovalchik.
You know, so far I have not skipped an inning in my scorebook, so I'm extremely happy about that.
It's all about the positives. Here's the 0-1. Oh, that's the jackknife out of the way of that one, and it goes to 1-1. Kolbic is 0 for 1 as he struck out swinging in the second inning. Again, 4-0 lead for Team Guy as we play bottom six. That is on the inside corner for a strike. And it goes to 1-2. Now Kolbic pretty tight to the plate. So here comes the 1-2. Fastball is in there, and he struck him out. Third strikeout by Castelluccio.
Well, you're seeing there was a low strike zone today. Not that I'm complaining.
Swing the bat. Swing the bat. Coaches and scouts, they want to see you swing the bat. Of course, they want to see your eye, too. So here comes Rocco Valvano. First pitch to him is in the dust, and it's 0-1. It's not dirt. It's ground-up tires, which acts as the dirt for these fields. And that's kind of wordy to describe a play that way.
So much easier to maintain, though.
So that pitch is low and outside. And to turf a standard baseball field costs about $1 million. And it lasts, if you take care of it, 20 years. This is swung on, fouled off down the left side. 2 balls, 1 strike here to Valvano.
Now, I've seen a lot of fields. You have the hybrid turf grass.
Yes.
You have the turf infield, grass outfield.
But this is turf, brown-colored and green-colored.
For the viewers at home.
Yes. But again, normally you'd have the grass, the dirt cutouts. 2 balls and 1 strike here to Valvano, who's 0 for 1. Swan popped up, shallow center field, going back to second baseman. Reaches out, dives, can't make the catch. As that'll bounce in for a base hit.
The old blooper.
Yeah, 6 into the game for Team Guy. Great effort, though.
Yes.
I believe that was McLean. So, 1 out, 1 on. And here comes Kovalchik. Kovalchik is 0 for 1. Grounded to short.
That
in
was
the third inning.
that great play by the shortstop that we saw. Put a star there like you said we should so we can refer to it.
That is low for a ball. Goes to 1-0. Righty-righty matchup here with Valvano taking about a 3-step lead over at first. That misses, and it goes to 2 balls. And no strikes to Kovalchik. Kovalchik, right-handed hitter, and he hit a home run yesterday. So either he went opposite field or it was in the Parker. So here comes a 2-0. Swan, that is belted to right center field and going deep. That is off the top of the fence. Oh, they're calling it a home run.
Really? Do we have a replay on that or no?
That is a bomb, but I believe they probably have a rule in place where it's a certain part of the fence and it's a gunner. So a home run for Kovalchik, a 2-run blast, and that'll make it a 6-0 game.
So is it like goes up to the 3rd rung, it's a home run.
Is that the rule?
I'm throwing that out there because it didn't go over the fence. So we'll have to get that from the umpire. We'll have to get the clarification.
He came over, gave a signal that it was a home run, but either that or it went over and it hit. That's what he's saying. Thanks for the nod. He's actually saying it hit something. Maybe the power. There's a couple of power lines or the power pole or something. That's a good job by the pace umpire to run out there and get an angle on that.
Yeah.
This is a shot up the middle. Diving attempt by the shortstop, but it goes off the tip of his glove and into center field.
It reminds me, years ago, I was coaching a game, and umpire called it a home run, but it was about 20 feet foul.
Oops.
Yeah, the umpire wasn't happy with me when I walked out the home plate, and then I got thrown out. But as in between games, he came over to me and said, "Yeah, it was definitely foul. I couldn't say that. I did make the mistake." I was like, "Am I still ejected for the second game?" He's like, "Yeah." So it didn't matter.
First pitch to Gilbert, swung on. That's a high fly ball down the right side, but that will go out of play. Gilbert is 0 for 1 as he grounded out to the right side. By the way, it is Luke Myers who hit that base hit off of the shortstop. That is hit number 3 in the inning. That gets away. And on the second goes Myers on the wild pitch. So 1 ball, 1 strike count. By the way, this is batter 5, so this will be the final batter of the inning. So we play in the bottom of the 6th inning, rather. 6-0 lead for Team Guy. Pitch on its way, and that is low for a ball. I gotta say that Gilbert is getting not a walking, but a running lead. 3-1 count. Actually, Myers getting that lead, and Gilbert's at the plate. Shortstop trying to hold him somewhat close. But again, with the last batter, this being the last batter of the inning, no matter where he hits it, even if you know you're going to get thrown out to the plate, he's got to trying to come in to score. He takes off, swung on grounder up the middle, and that is through into center field for a base hit. Myers comes in to score. Gilbert is on with an RBI single. It's 7-0. And that is the end of the inning because of the 5-batter rule. So, 3 runs come in on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 man left. We are done with 6 innings of play. It's Team Guy 7, Connecticut Black nothing. We head now to the top of the 7th inning. Team Guy leading 7-0. So it is an impossibility for Connecticut Black to come back in this one because of the 5-batter rule. But again, not necessarily all about the score of the game. It's about getting these guys noticed, getting reps. And in that vein, we may actually play a bottom of the 7th, even though this game is, again, competition-wise done. Just so everyone gets their at-bats and pitchers get their pitches and everything else. Alongside Rob Valias, Tom Wilms here. Thanks so much for joining us. So here's Nick Carlucci in there for a strike. It's 0-1 as he faces J.D. Greeley. Greeley on the mound. Carlucci at the plate. Carlucci is 0 for 1, struck out looking in the 3rd inning. Great pitching performance so far. That is in there for a strike. It's 0-2. Jake Millen, who Greeley replaces, 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. Combined 10 strikeouts in the first 6 innings. So here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, and he struck him out. First strikeout for Greeley. That's 11 in the game for Team Guy pitchers. And it's 1 away here in the top of the 7th inning. So here comes Matt Spenner. He's 0 for 1. He struck out looking in the 3rd inning. Righty-righty matchup, and the pitch. Swung on, popped up, right side, having a look as the first baseman, but it goes out of play. And it is 0-1. After Spenner, it's due to be Staltzer. After Carlucci again led off the inning with the strikeout. 7-0 lead for Team Guy. So they'll pick up a second win after yesterday's 5-3 win over Team Philly. That is high for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. And we were just talking off air about how, again, team guys still may get the hit in the bottom of the 7th inning. If time allows, they could play an extra inning. Who knows? That is swung on and missed. And it's 1-2.
The way they've been rolling, you'd probably want to play another inning. Everything's been working for him.
Full windup here from Greeley. The pitch. High for a ball.
So, Tom, who do we have on the docket next?
Coming up at 11:15, it'll be Team Tellep, Scranton's other 17U team, against Connecticut's other 16U team and Team Orange. So here's the 2-2. Foul tip into the glove, and he struck him out. Second straight strikeout for Greeley, and it's 2 away. Well, team guys, at least in today's game, has put together a pitching staff. Gilbert, Kolbicki, Millen, and now Greeley, combining for 12 strikeouts. And here's Philip Staltzer, as Team Connecticut Black is down to their last batter, or their last out rather. That first pitch is high for a ball, goes to 1-0. That batter is Philip Staltzer, struck out looking in the 4th. Greeley doesn't like the first sign, takes the second, the 1-0. Ooh, that just about gets away. Head-hunting curveball, but Staltzer does a good job of getting out of the way. Good job by Greeley to regroup, walk around the mound, settle down. So here comes the 2-0 pitch. Fastball swung on and missed. Bat goes flying. 2 balls and 1 strike. I think it was his own team giving him the grief.
Well, you have to.
Oh, sure.
If you don't have it, if you're not giving your teammates grief, come on.
That's baseball for you.
That, besides watching the game, the other best part about baseball is the stories in the dugout. Are the best.
Absolutely true.
Now, granted, on our team, I can't talk about 98% of them, but the stories are where it's at.
2 balls and 1 strike here to Staltzer. Some fine chirping by the benches. As here comes the 2-1. That's swung on and missed. And 2-2. What's that?
That's an art, chirping. It is an art.
And you talk about stories. What happens on the bus stays on the bus.
Bus, team hotel, plane, trains.
2-2 here to Philip Staltzer, trying to keep the game alive. It's J.D. Greeley looking to finish it off strong. Pitch on its way. In there, and he struck him out, and the ball game is over. It's third time that a team guy pitcher strikes out the side. This time it's J.D. Greeley, who goes 1-2-3 here in the top of the 7th inning. They are going to play a bottom of the 7th inning. So we will take a real quick break, although the score is 7-0. And the game is kind of over, but it's not. So we'll be back for a mock bottom of the 7th inning in just a moment. A little bit of bonus baseball here in Dunmore, Pennsylvania. The game is essentially over with Team Guy defeating Connecticut Black 7-0. But it's all about getting reps, getting noticed. So Andrew Castelluccio is staying on the mound. First pitch to Ryan Cesarini is in for a strike. It's 0-1.
Since the person in our headphones told us we're going another inning, does this count as overtime?
I don't know about overtime. Oh, you mean that way?
Correct. That's what I meant.
Oh, well.
Another comment from the person in our headset.
The answer is a flat, hard no. Cesarini is 1 for 2. He tripled and scored in the first, and then struck out looking in the fourth. Pitch on its way. In the dirt. Nice block by the catcher. Trying to see who's catching there. I believe that is Carlucci catching. And they've been changing positions constantly. That is swung on and fouled off the umpire. No flinch by the umpire.
It's almost like an all-star game by the 4th or 5th inning where you just got marks and checks. And like, I think this is who's in.
So, again, no disrespect, and we do apologize if we get a goofy. So here comes the 1-2. That's a nice job picking out of the dirt. Two balls and 2 strikes. Cesarini will be followed by Millen and Greeley. That's who's due up. That could change as that is low and outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Second inning of work, by the way, for Castelluccio. In the dirt once again, so we'll reset.
I was going to say, that's the reset. I'm starting to catch on finally after the 7th inning. Even though I'll still put down another slash as another ball.
That is roped up the middle and then through into center field for a base hit. Good job by the center fielder to get there quickly, holding Cesarini to a single. And it was 3 runs in the first, 1 in the 5th, and 3 in the 6th that put things away. A 7-0 game. Man on at first, nobody out for Jake Millen. First pitch to him, runner goes. Pitch is in for a strike. Throw to second is not in time. Stolen base for Ryan Cesarini.
Now, I have a question for you. It is an exhibition. It is a showcase.
That is not bad form.
Well, no.
Okay, in a regular game, you expect a pitch to your rib.
No,
maybe
I got you.
That's in there for a strike. Oh, what was your question? Or
Well, my question is that they're up 7-0, correct?
it is 7-0.
So, you know,
They add runs as it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, that would I get it. It's an exhibition. I understand it's a showcase. I understand that too. But 7-0, you're gonna steal a base. It's a little much.
Maybe in a normal game, yeah. But again, you have scouts. They want to see every part of everyone's game. If you want to show off your speed, best way to do it is steal a base. That is ripped hard, and that is foul on the right side. Again, that was slammed off the fence right in front of the dugout. Yeah, I would say that all bets are off as far as some of the etiquette rules of baseball.
So I guess he couldn't throw at the guy then.
I wouldn't, unless you want to show that to the scouts.
Well, you know, some scouts might want to see that.
They might want to see you hit the third rib. What kind of control do you have? 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Again, we're not necessarily advocating that.
Absolutely
I'm
not.
just putting that out there.
2-2. Runner goes, swung on, and that's poked foul. So we'll do it again at 2-2. Castelluccio working from the stretch. Pitch on its way. Swung on hard, grounded to the right side. And just in time. Good job by the first baseman to flag that down and win the race. Going to third on the play is Cesarini. So it's 1 out. Man on at third for J.D. Greeley. But since he pitched last inning, he may not. Nope, it is going to be him. Again, if he was probably going to pitch in a top of the 8th, he may not hit. But he will. And happy to do it, I'm sure.
Pitchers always love to hit.
And hit he does. He hits it up the middle. Nice look back by the shortstop. Throw to first is in time, 2 away. That's a great job. And in a game like this, in the showcase situation, it's don't worry about the score. Pretend it's a 1-run game. Play it as such.
And steal bases up.
And steal bases. Here's Wyatt Pfeiffer, the man on the third, 2 away. First pitch low for a ball. Goes to 1-0. Pfeiffer's 1 for 2. RBI single and scored in the first. Struck out swinging in the fifth. Swung on, grounded, foul down the line as it eludes Andrew Keaveney. Fortunately for him, it was just about a foot or two foul. Well, should be a 1-1 count.
It is.
It is. Pfeiffer at Wallen Paupack High School faces the 1-1. Swung on and missed. Chase went outside and low. It's 1-2. And keep in mind, if you're tuning in for the next game at 11:15, there'll be a new link on the BFA Live Sports web YouTube page. As that swung on and missed, strike 3. And that should officially end the proceedings here in game number 1. As in that bottom of the 7th inning, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left. Final score is Team Guy 7. Connecticut, Black, nothing. For all of us here at Schott Stadium in Dunmore, Pennsylvania, for my partner, Bob Valivas, I'm Tom Wilms saying thanks for joining us. We'll see you again at 11:15. New link, new page here on BFA Live Sports coming up at 11:15.